Hello student, how are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. So today we have the new topic and we will discuss some topics related that we have started the work, energy and power. Okay, from work, energy and powers, and today I am going to discuss the collision topic. What is the collision? Okay, collision. Collisions we will discuss, but before it, till now, those who have not subscribed, please subscribe my channel. And after watching all, please press the bell buttons, okay? Because you will get the notifications. Okay, now come to the points. Collisions. Today you know that. Can you define collisions? Collision means whenever two objects are okay contact with some velocity, with some forces. It may be, suppose that one object is moving and another object is is behind, but the behind object having the more velocity, and after sometimes it collides. Okay, that may be also. Another, suppose that one is coming and another is going and mutually interact like that. It may be, that is also the collisions. Okay, and suppose that one another is colliding with some angles, that may be also. It means there are many types collisions. Basically today we will discuss there are three types. How many types? Three types collision. Which one? Collisions. We have elastic collisions, inelastic collisions and perfectly elastic collisions. So these are the three collisions. One by one we will discuss, but first we have to know what is the collision. Collisions, it is what we can say that whenever the object collides, what happens? It may be there's momentums and the kinetic energy will conserve, but not in all. But not in all means, if you will discuss about the collisions, elastic collisions, then the collisions in which both object contact or collides, their momentum will remains constant and also their kinetic energy will also constant, conserve. But in elastic, that will not the kinetic energy conserve, only momentum will conserve. And third one is also we have perfectly, in the perfectly elastic collisions, momentum will always conserve, but not the kinetic energy. It may be the kinetic energy initial will more, but after the collisions the some kinetic energy will decreases. Is it clear? So these are the difference that you can get. So we have the collisions, means those collisions you can write the mutually interaction. What you will write? It is the mutually interaction between the two objects during their motions. It is of two types. One is the elastic collision. And second we have inelastic collision. And third we have perfectly elastic collision. So these are the collisions: perfectly inelastic collision, perfectly inelastic collisions. So these are the three types of perfectly elastic collision. What is the perfectly elastic? Perfectly elastic, it means we have three types. One is the elastic, inelastic, perfectly inelastic. Very good. So these are the collisions, but you know that if you will discuss the collisions, means those collisions in which the objects collides, then their momentums that will be initial momentums equal to final momentums. Both will equal, and also their kinetic energy. It means the ke of initial equal to ke of finals. that will also equal. Is it clear? Means the systems of the momentum will conserve like that. It may be okay like that. Suppose that x-axis, y-axis, and the system. This is the time taken and origin you will take. This is the y-axis. So such type of the graph you can plot, and the kinetic energy sometimes what will happen, such type of okay initial and the final. Initial final means you will take suppose that x-axis, y-axis and origins. Sometimes the kinetics will maximum and it will increase decreases, but again it will be decrease. So the initial and the finals okay of ke okay kinetic energy the graph like that you can plot. Another, if you will discuss about the elastic collisions, in the elastic collisions here will also like that you can take because the momentum will change. So system momentums, the graph will like that. This is the x-axis, y-axis and origins. But here the kinetic energy it may be decreased like that. Okay, this is the ke, x-axis, y-axis and the origins that you can take here. It means during the collisions, okay, and after the collisions it may be changed. You know students, whenever the two objects collide, during that times thus may be the sound produced, it may be the light produced, it may be the yes some changes during the collisions. So the collision divided into three groups, and perfectly that means you know when the two objects collides, it stings and it moves with a common velocities. Okay, it moves with a common velocity after the collisions. So today we are going to discuss about the collisions, but there's a relation. It means the elastic collision in one dimensions. Okay. Elastic collision in one dimension. Okay, elastic collision in one dimensions. It means suppose that the collisions in which when the two objects are collides, so the momentum and their kinetic energy will also conserve. You know the okay, very good. Suppose that you have an object A and having masses m1, it moves with initial velocity u1, and another's B and having mass m2 and it moves with velocity u2. But after some time, suppose that these objects collides like that, okay, collides, and this is the situation during collision. Okay, during collisions, and this is the before collision. Is it clear? And after that what happens? One object moves like that. This is the A and this is the B. Now its velocity become u1 to v1 and it's become v2. Is it clear? Okay. And here is the mass one m1 and this is the m2. m1 and m2 stick together. This is the after collision. Okay, after collision. But you know that during the collisions, suppose u1 is greater than u2. If u1 is greater than u2, then the this object will collide, means A will collide with B. Okay, so what will happen? Momentum will conserve. Okay, so you have since the momentum will conserve. Therefore, what you will write? m1 u1, this is the m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Okay, this is the m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Can we write here? Okay, and now you put this is the equation first. Now students, you know that also the kinetic energy is also conserved, and before it you can also place in left sides, or you can write here m1 u1 plus this side here is the plus, so it will be minus m1 v1 equal to m2 v2 minus m2 u2. Now you will take common m1, so here will be u1 minus v1, and here will be what you will take m2, so here will be v2 minus u2. Now put this is the equation second. This will be the equation second equations. Okay, very good. Also you know that also Ke is conserved. Therefore, what is the formula of Ke? Half md square. Very good. So you will write half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square is equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. Can we write? Okay. Now again you can arrange this one. If you will arrange, then you will write here half m1 u1 minus this term you will write here. So here will be half m1 v1 square is equal to half m2 v2 square minus half m2 u2 square. Can we write? Okay. So you will again take the common here half m1. So you will write here u1. Okay. u1 minus v1 square. Okay. Square will also here, no? Okay, very good. So u1 square minus v1 square equal to half m2 you take common. So here you will write v2 square minus u2 square. Okay. u2 square. So half and half you can cancel out. Now suppose this will be the equation third. Now you can divide. Which equation you will divide? You will divide equations, okay, third by 2. So you will write here, so now dividing equations third by 2. If you will divide this side, I am erasing here. Okay. So you see that. So what you will write here? You will write m1, and then here will be u1 square minus v1 square divided by m1, and then here you will write equation 2 you have u1 square minus v1 square. Okay, but not here is a square, no? Okay, so remove this ones. Equal to right side you will write m2 and then v2 square minus u2 square divided by m2, and this you write, so here will be v2 minus u2. Now m2 and m2 will cancel out, and here will be m1 and m1 cancel out, and this you can break, students. So you will write here u1 square minus v1, no, remove this one, u1 minus v1 into u1 plus v1. Why? Because a square minus b square you can write this ones a plus b into a minus b, and here denominator here is a u1 minus v1. Okay, equal to right side same process. So v2 minus u2 into v2 plus u2 divided by v2 minus u2. Now this minus will cancel out, this will be cancel out. Finally you have u1 plus v1 equal to v2 plus u2. Okay, so you can assume the equations. Which equation here will be? Equation 4. Okay, so you can find out the equation v1 or v2. Okay, now v1 equal to v2 plus u2 minus u1. Okay, put this value in equation 1. Now putting the value of v1 in equation 1. So you will write here, what you will write? m1 u1 plus m2 u2 equal to m1. At the place of v1 you will write this one. So here will be v2 plus u2 minus u1 and plus m2 u2. Okay, so left sides remain same, you will write. So here will be m1 u1, okay, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 equal to, here you will write, multiply this one, m1 v2 plus m1 u2 minus m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Okay, so you will arrange these ones. So which one you will arrange? Either you can take commons from these ones. Okay, here is which term you will take common? This you can write left sides. So here will be m1 u1 and here is m1 u1, this term. So 1 and 1, here will 2 times 2 m1 u1. Okay, now this you can also write left side, plus here will be m2 u2 minus m2, here will be, I think that this will be cancel out, no? If you will cancel out, so which term you will cancel out? Because no, it will not be cancelled. So you can write m1 v2, m1 v2, here you can take common m1, so here will be v2 and then u2. Okay, can you take commons? Okay, what you will take common here? I think that if you will add this one, so here will be m1 u1 and here is also, so 2 times you can write m1 u1 and plus m2 u2, m2 u2, and another you have this side, you can write left side, so m1 u2 equal to, what you will write? You will write finally these two terms, m1 v2 plus m2 v2. Okay, now you take common here one more time, so 2 m1 u1 plus you will take u2. Okay, very good. So here will be m2 minus m1 equal to, what you will take common? v2. Very good. So here will be m1 plus m2. So finally you will get the v2. Therefore v2 is equal to, what you will write? You will write v2 equal to u2 first, m2 minus m1 plus 2 m1 u1 divided by m1 plus m2. Okay students, so this will be the answers. Okay, this is the answer that you got whenever you will substitute, okay, in equation 1. So you got v2 value. Again you will use these equations, this equation, and put in equation first. Okay, so also what you can write? Also you can write this equation. First you got the v1, now you will get v2. What you will write? v2 equal to, you will write v2 equal to, from this, from equation 4, from 4. Okay, what you will write? v2 is equal to u1 plus v1 minus u2. Okay, minus u2. v2 is equal to u1 plus v1 minus u2. Now again you will substitute this one. Where you will substitute? In equation 1. Okay, again putting, okay, now putting the value of v2 in 1, then you have m1 u1 plus m2 u2 equal to m1 v1 plus m2. At the place of m2, what you will write here? u1 minus u2 first, this I am writing, and then plus v1. Okay, multiply this one. So what you will write here, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 equal to m1 v1 plus m2 u1 minus m2 u2. Okay, m2 u2 and plus m2 v1. This you will write. Now arrange this one. How you will arrange? Again same process whatever you have done. Okay, and you have to find out the value of, first you got the v2 and now you will find out the value of v1. So v1 is 1 here and another this. So this you will write together and all you write in the left side. So you will write m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Okay, plus, here is plus, so it will be minus, no, minus m2 u1 plus m2 u2 and take common here, or one times you can write m1 v1 plus m2 v1. Okay, now you will add this one. Okay, how you will add? You see that m1 u1 and one more is what you will take common, v1. I will take the commons. Here is the v1 and m2 and m2, two times it will be, and here you will take common u1. If you will take common, then here is m1 minus m2. This and this term cancel. Finally you have 1 m2 u2 and m2 u2 plus 2 m2 u2 equal to, again you will take v1 common, m1 plus m2. Okay, so therefore v1 is equal to, what you will write, u1 m1 minus m2 plus 2 times m2 u2 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the value of v1, students, and now here is the value of v2. So we got the relations. Okay, elastic collision in one dimensions. So I think that this is the long questions, so definitely it will take time, but this is the mathematical proof. Only you have to remember that in the elastic collision in one dimension, first you know that the momentum is conserved. So equation you will write m1 u1 plus m2 u2 equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So you can arrange this one, you will get equation seconds, and kinetic energy is also conserved. So kinetic energy equation you find out and arrange. So I have suppose equation third and divide third by 2. So some terms will cancel out. Finally you have. So first I got v1 and this value I have substituted here, and then multiplied. Then we can find out v2. Again use these equations. Now we will find out v2. Okay, and so you will substitute this one again in equation 1 here. Okay, so we got the value v1, this value. Is it clear? So we have v2 is equal to u2 m2 minus m1 plus 2 times m1 u1 divided by m1 plus m2, and v1 is equal to u1 m1 minus m2 plus 2 times m2 u2 divided by m1 plus m2. Now a special case you will complete. Okay, next class we will discuss, but I am giving you homework. If the masses of two body will equal, okay, a special cases. Okay, that is m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m. So you will put in equation. So from equation, which equation you will take? This one v2 and v1. What you will suppose the equations? This is equation 5 and this is equation 6. So from equation 5 and 6 you will use this one. Find out the value of v1 and here is the v2. Okay students, so this is your homework. You will complete this one. Next class I will try to discuss. I think that mostly all you will complete. Okay, thank you.